What if I told you that you could be more focused, more productive, and achieved your biggest goals in less time? Well, this is exactly what I've realized after reading Cal Newport's book, Deep Work. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shreyashi and I'm a software engineer by profession, and I like to make videos on skincare, travel, lifestyle and food. And in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you all the most powerful 5 lessons that I learned from the book Deep Work by Cal Newport. This is the book. I don't really have it currently because I've lent it to a friend, but I'll link it down below for you guys to get it from Amazon. So without any further delay, let's get started. Deep work is all about focused, uninterrupted work in a world full of distractions. It argues that in today's fast-paced economy, deep work is a very rare skill, and that is also the key to success in this economy. Lesson number 1, the importance of deep work. In a world where, shallow tasks such as checking the emails or checking social media really dominate our productive hours, working deeply, working with more focus is becoming a very, very rare skill. But this skill is something also very key to mastering complicated tasks and achieving more in lesser amount of time. For me, committing to deep work has allowed me to achieve more in less amount of time, and that has been completely game changing. I do not have those social media apps on my phone, so I don't have time to scroll them. Plus, I do not keep constantly checking my emails. That is something we feel is what is effective and productive, but it's very unnecessary. It's a very shallow task, so you don't have to waste your time on it. Second lesson is the rule of working deeply. Newport outlines various strategies in this book to help you enter the state of deep work and be more productive. Basically, like setting aside some time block for your work and not getting distracted in that time block, and even something as small as like having a clear goal for each session. So if you're sitting down for working, you need to have a clear vision of what you're going to work towards. One key takeaway from me from this is that it's your environment, your surroundings are very important. If you are in a house full of people and if your workspace is somewhere near the living room or something, you're constantly going to get distracted because people are going to come and go, right? The bell rings, you have to get and attend. So it's very important to have and keep aside a dedicated space when you cannot be bothered time and again. And also things like turning off all the notifications on your phone, so that if some message comes or some notifications from some other app comes, you're not like, your brain doesn't directly go to the phone and like, let me see what is it. So this is exactly what I have done. I have deleted most of the social media apps from my phone. I think I only have WhatsApp, and even on WhatsApp I have turned off the notification. So until and unless I open the app, I don't see any messages, I don't see any notification, nothing, nada. And another thing that I've done is by scheduling my most important tasks. So I know what tasks I have, what is my priority. So I schedule these tasks at the start of the day. Why start of the day? Because those hours are my most peak productive hours. Later in the day, I am like, my brain is like, no, I can't really focus a lot. So my most productive hours are at the start of the day. Lesson number 3 is quite interesting. It's about embracing boredom and strengthening your focus. Newport suggests that the ability to concentrate is like a muscle, and that needs to be strengthened so that you're able to focus well. And how can you strengthen that? Is by getting bored. It's in this fast-paced world, where we are constantly on our phones. I am a 90s kid, and when I used to go with my parents or anywhere I used to go for long distance or even for short distance, we didn't have phones back then. We didn't have those smartphones back then. We didn't have tablets. All those technology that the kids of this generation, not just the kids, their parents, the grandparents, everybody has access to it. So when we were going out, I don't remember us taking out something and scrolling. We would just be getting bored, right? Sitting in the train, getting bored. Okay, how much ever are you going to play, right? You are driving somewhere off, sitting in the car, talking or not talking, or getting bored or sleeping or something or the other. But now I realize that even if you're in an elevator and if somebody has to go from ground floor to second floor, then also within that few seconds also that person is going to take out their phone and scroll. You really literally cannot get bored for even like 20 seconds. This is how much we're dependent on that technologies, and this is how much we hate getting bored. But it's when you get bored is when you are able to focus more on your work. You know, I earlier used to constantly switch between tasks, because if I have 3 tasks and if I'm stuck on one task, I will switch to another task because I didn't want to get bored in that time, right? But now what I've started doing is I'll stick to that task till the time it doesn't finish. Because even if I'm getting bored, even if I'm like just thinking and pondering and I'm just sitting and doing nothing, even if I'm not getting distracted by my phone or anything, I'm just going to get bored with that task, so that I finish it first and then switch to another task. Another thing is, if I'm in an elevator, if I'm traveling somewhere, maybe in a taxi or anything like that, and there is a full chance that I'm getting bored, I'm not going to take out my phone. I never take out my phone. I have consciously started to put in this effort that I'm going to get bored. Lesson number 4 is the importance of downtime. The book suggests that as much as working deeply is very, very important, being productive is very, very important, it's equally important to rest. You know, in order to be able to work deeply the next day or on any task, your brain needs to rest, brain needs to recharge so that it's operational during those peak performance hours. I have started taking more intentional breaks. If I've finished a task and I have to start a new task, I will go on a walk. Even in my workplace, I'll go on a walk. And I will also sleep well. I like to sleep well, at least 7 to 8 hours is what I need. I intentionally make sure that I'm off to bed at a particular time and wake up at the same time. So I have made sure that my sleep routine is on point. And all of this helps me be more energized and productive the next day. And lesson number 5, the concept of shallow work and how to minimize it. World is full of shallow tasks. Tasks like checking email or attending meetings, all of these are shallow tasks, and if you kind of spend your most productive hours doing these shallow tasks, your cognitive ability is going to decline over the course of the day, and then you can't really focus on your actual work which you need to put in effort on. Hence, very important to minimize the amount of time, especially your productive work hours. You need to first realize what your productive work hours are, whether it's in the morning, in the afternoon or in the evening, and those work hours should not be spent in your shallow tasks. Your shallow tasks can be batched or moved around throughout the day, but do not spend your precious productive working hours doing your shallow tasks. I have started to do that. I do not go through my emails all throughout the day. It's either in the morning and also in the evening before I log off. And even for my meetings, sometimes if it's possible, I try to move around my meetings because my productive hours are in the morning. So I will move my meetings to the second half of the day so that, you know, I focus on my work in the morning and then I just attend the meetings in the evening, which are my non-productive hours. To summarize, adopting deep work strategies have made me become more productive and more focused by eliminating distraction, embracing boredom, and also avoiding shallow tasks during deep work hours helped me achieve more focus and enter a state of deep work. If you want to dive deeper into any of these ideas, I would highly recommend you picking up the book Deep Work and giving it a read. It's a wonderful book, and I'm sure you will come out with so many different learnings at each page. It's a book full of learnings, and once you give it a read, come down in the comment section below and let's discuss the learnings. I'm sure you will have different learnings, I'll have different learnings. Maybe we can just exchange our different learnings from the book, and that would be so fun. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share and subscribe, and I would see you with another video really soon. Until then, bye bye.